Oh! As I fall over. Can we be done now? Before I kill myself. Both of us.
That'll definitely be the intro.
I don't care. I did not die.
Brunswick's Infinity line continues its quest to deliver more eye candy than an American Eagle ad and make the pins say pineapple with the Infinity Quest, which releases on August 14th. We are at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas on the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern. The graph is linked in the description if you would like to see the pattern details. If you don't understand layouts or core numbers and would like to so that you can get more out of the videos, I have some instructional videos linked in the description that explain and illustrate everything perfectly. The Infinity Quest plays a very satisfying game of mix and match by pairing the mild ASIM Infinity Core with the HK22C Evo Solid cover from the Mesmerize and polishing it. 252RG, 051 differential, and an 010 int diff or asymmetry strength and 15 pounds. So medium RG overall, but it's on the higher side for an ASIM. Usually you see those numbers under 250 to get the ball really rolling and revving early. Big but kind of standard ASIM diff number for lots of flair, and a lower int diff for an ASIM, putting it in mild ASIM territory with something like Rotogrip's Rubicon line or Motive's Pride line. Combination helps give you a stable roll and lots of control, but the medium RG and mild asymmetry helps the ball clear the front a little easier so it doesn't want to start up at your feet, and then be firm rather than lazy down lane. Now, as you would expect, polished Mesmerized cover is still a monster. Remember, Angel typically prefers everything to go down to 1000 grit for this pattern, but not only is this giant shiny ball of cotton candy succeeding, it looks perfectly at home and is absolutely dump trucking the pins. This is a very exotic gem, Eternity, Pride Dynasty kind of a ball. It's heavy rolling, it's slightly chuggy, and definitely tumbly, but arky and climbing type of reaction. It's also got some definition on the back end. It looks like it's a giant rock tumbling down a hill on the way down the lane, but then it picks up rather decisively and goes hard down lane. Now, if we're going all the way back, this ball really reminds me of Hammer's Jigsaw line. Plenty of hook and traction, but also a sharper, more hockey stick looking reaction down lane, but one that still then continues rather than straightening out. While it won't be a ball for the dead fresh on everything for everyone, Angel doesn't throw anything on this pattern without surface in a scoring situation, but this ball is handling it with ease and without any kind of help. She's standing where she normally stands and even being kind of nice to it, she's just floating it off her hand nice and easy. It's strong without puking and sharp without being too clean or flippy. And with the box surface, it's probably best as a ball down or a half ball down from something like a Mesmerize or, the uber strong oil monsters. But the only thing that separates it is realistically an Abralon pad and a little int diff. So this kind of fits somewhere between something like a Mesmerize and the new Combat. It can, though, oddly play just about everywhere, like the Combat. Angel doesn't really move around a ton in the videos, but she did take a bit of hand out of it and play more direct for a couple shots, and she also moved in a handful of boards and swung it some. Because it doesn't lean too far one way or the other, it's smooth enough to go straighter with, but strong and punchy enough to move in with. Now, Packy made the point that it's clean enough to help you get through higher friction heads on older lane surfaces, but still strong enough to chew through some higher volume house shots and help blend some cliffs. You should be able to do just about anything you want to with this ball. It's a pretty strong ball, but I think that high rev, low speed combos will be about the only group that doesn't get along with this ball unless they're bowling on a mega flood. Angel bowled league before we filmed, which was on the house shot, so I had her throw a couple shots with this one at the end of the last game, so I got a bonus shot to show here now. So for those who might be worried about how good this ball looks for her on Chromium, it looks just about the same on the house shot because it does have that nice balance to the ball reaction. Because it doesn't skate on oil or really go nuts on dry, it still gets down the lane and finishes firmly on the back end. It's just a little stronger on the drier house shot, so it picks up a bit earlier, but is also a little smoother. More oil on this pattern, on Chromium, helps it push down the lane a little further and punch harder on the back end, but this ball should be in play for most people on everything from medium light all the way up to heavier conditions of any difficulty. At $170 on Bowler's Mart, it's very competitively priced. This is right there with the Black Widows, Theorems, the Gremlin. It's still cheaper than a lot of balls. It's stronger than, like the Ion Pro Solid, Brunswick's own Combat, and if you match the surface prep, this is virtually an Ion Max for $30 less. I'd be interested in seeing that comparison, matter of fact. Please hit the description before you get out of here. There's lots of discount codes and helpful links and resources down there. I have a 10% off code for CoolWick on the screen. They're the best jersey company out there. 10% off for the Premium Nexus backpack, journal, and other products. That's through a link you'll have to follow in the description. An email address to get custom handcrafted items made from bowling balls. And I do have something interesting here that's new from Genesis. It's called Hyper Control Tape. It comes in strips or pads, and I call it Spider-Man tape because the idea is that you put it anywhere on your fingers or hands where you want more grip, maybe even on your forearm if you're two-handed. So if you typically have issues with slipping somewhere or just want extra grip, you might check this stuff out. This is either a very high 2 ball or a low to medium 1 ball, depending on what you do with the surface. Taking this ball to 2000 makes it almost as strong as any other big ball out there. I mentioned the Ion Max, which the core on it is slightly stronger across the board, but similar strengths on the cover. The Quest may even have the edge there because, again, this is the Mesmerize cover, and I think it's the strongest ball in bowling right now. As it comes out of the box, it's a half step down from both the Max and the Mesmerize. It's sideways from something like an Origin. I think the Origin is a little sharper down lane, but very similar there. Also sideways of something like the Theorem Solid, and a half ball up from something like a Combat, Black Widow Mania, or Evoke Hysteria. Once again, I'll protest against grading something, but you can't look at this reaction and tell me it's anything less than an A. So if you think that I'm just another ball reviewer hyping everything up and giving A's out like I'm Oprah, you have your own eyeballs, and this ball's just a beast. There's no way around it. Being honest also means I'm going to say stuff is good too. Honesty isn't just relegated to when something sucks, and if they just make the same balls all the time, that means most of them are going to be good, doesn't it? But I digress. Make sure to stick around for the live comm coming up next. We always have some fun with Angel in the videos, and we of course have another 1, 2, 4, 6, 10 attempt, as is tradition. Members have already gotten the full-length version, and as always, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below.
There we go. Ooh. No, we got the email of this when I saw the colors. I was like, dibs, please, dibs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Set it out.
All right. Sweet.
People like the live commentary.
Oh. Yeah. Now you took both of them, but it visually reminds me of like an exotic gem, like just digs and chugs and goes and.
That's pretty well exactly what it is.
Okay. I am in love. Like, I'm not even mad that you didn't resurface this one. I'm not even mad that you didn't resurface this one. I think I probably would have been okay, like a light pad or something, just to take like the sheen off of it.
It would have been way too chunky.
I just don't like it though. It just, ick. Just, I don't like the feel of it. But I could have done that. Oh, love. Whoa. Well, gotta see if I can do it. I either have to go back through it or I have to spare it. No! I've done it once. Oh, as I fall over. Can we be done now? Before I kill myself, both of us.
That'll definitely be the intro.
I don't care. I did not die.
This video was brought to you by Panda Bear Productions. We put the in bowling.